Well, Leo, this one here is a Milwaukee portable bandsaw. They call it a portaband. It's actually a handheld bandsaw with about a 44-inch blade, but it's you can see it's Milwaukee, but it's too damn heavy to for me to lift it up and carry it around. So I put together this stand. It's a piece of plate with a C channel, and I made a table, and it's removable. You can take the thing apart, but I use this as a vertical bandsaw. It really works well. The little table has a couple of nuts on the bottom. You can raise and lower it. But this is very handy. It's just like a regular wood bandsaw, except it works with metal. And Milwaukee has blades of different tooth size. I'm using, in this case, I think it's a 24 tooth for cutting metal, heavy metal, steel. And it has it's 2-speed. So this is my vertical bandsaw. Now this one, a couple years ago, Harbor Freight had a real inexpensive, lightweight portable bandsaw. I think this was a copy of a Porter Cable portable bandsaw. It's lightweight, and I had seen somebody that had turned it into a chop saw. So I picked one up at a pawn shop. I picked another one up early this week for $15 because they're really lightweight and they're not used. But this thing makes an ideal saw for chopping angle iron or straight bars. And again, I made this stand up. It's essentially a piece of like 2x12. And I had one of the Harbor Freight bench vices or drill press vices bolted to the board. And then I made up a kind of a hinge. There's a piece of angle iron, and it's bolted to another piece of light angle iron, which is bolted to the saw. And if you hold on a second, if I take the pin out, this thing chops down, and it's like like a chop saw. And again, it uses the Milwaukee blades. So I've been cutting angle iron. It cuts aluminum very well, but it'll cut steel. And I worked up this little extension on the drill press vise, so I can chop something. And in both cases, I've hooked up this hose attaches to my shop vac. So when I turn it on, it sort of sucks most of the metal chips into the shop vac. And this one over here, I have well, I don't have it handy right now, but I have it hooked up to a shop vac that sticks in the bottom here. The only difficulty with this thing is that when you're cutting metal, the little chips and stuff go down into the bottom and they get impregnated into the rubber rollers on the power wheels. So when I hook up the shop vac, it sucks out the little dust pieces or metal pieces, and it doesn't plug up the wheel and have it, start slipping. So anyway, so there's two portabands. This is the Milwaukee. You see these in pawn shops around here. You can get them for 40 or 50 bucks, even less if they're broken or something wrong with it. And this again is the Harbor Freight. It's an old model, and they're not worth anything, but it works very well. The only difficulty is that there's really no bearings or bushings on the drive wheels. It's just a metal insert. So I bought another one for 15 bucks and just keep it for parts in case this one craps out on me. Anyway, so that's chopping metal.